Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob. What a week it's been. We've looked at the pain of trying to reach someone who can't or won't see the hurt that their choices cause. We've explored the beauty and the beautiful truth that under all our differences, we belong to each other. And today, before we end this week together, I want to lift you up. Because after all the hard conversations and heavy truths, I think you deserve to remember something lighter, brighter, and joy-filled. Even when we didn't act like it, we were family all along. Even when we forgot it, even when the world taught us to divide. Let's let that truth sink in. And let's celebrate it. I mean, have you ever noticed how quickly connection sparks in the most unexpected places? A stranger holds the door and smiles. A kid waves from the backseat of a car. An old song plays and suddenly the whole room sings together. There's something deeper at play in those moments. Something ancient, something true. It's the recognition of a shared thread. You don't need to know someone's whole story to feel their humanity. You don't need to agree with someone's beliefs to share a laugh or a tear. You don't even need words to understand the heart behind someone's eyes. There's a resonance in us, a harmony underneath it all. And when we tune in, when we really see it, we remember something beautiful. We are not meant to be strangers. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I was standing in a crowded airport. Everyone was rushing. Everyone was tired. Delays, luggage, frustration. You could feel the tension, and I'm sure I added a little bit. But in one corner, a little girl sat on her suitcase, singing softly to herself. Not loud, not attention-seeking, just a quiet song. And then, almost magically, a woman nearby smiled and began humming along. Then another man across the aisle nodded and joined in, and suddenly the atmosphere changed. It was like the air itself had shifted. People who moments ago were irritated relaxed. They started talking, smiling, helping one another with bags. One woman gave up her seat so a couple could sit together. It only lasted a few minutes, but I'll never forget it. Because in those few minutes, the walls between us dropped. And what was left was family. Love has a particular kind of vision. It sees through the surface. It doesn't stop at what country you were born in, or what party you vote for, what name you call the divine, what mistakes you've made. Love looks deeper. It sees the scared child still inside the hardened adult. It sees the longing under the anger. It sees the thread, the you that never stopped wanting to be held, known, and loved. When you look through that lens, guys, really look, you don't just see people. You see family. There's a kind of joy that can only come from remembering who we really are to each other. It's not loud, it's not boastful, but it's unmistakable. It shows up when you forgive someone who never apologized, because peace matters more. It shows up when you offer a kind word to someone who seems rude because you sense their pain. It shows up when you defend someone being dehumanized because silence would betray your heart. That joy comes from alignment, from remembering that love isn't a philosophy you believe in. It's a life you choose to live. And when you choose it, even in small ways, you feel lighter, brighter, more whole, like something ancient in you is being restored. Let me ask you something bold, or at least I feel it's bold. What if we start treating everyone, yes, everyone, like kin? Not just the people who are easy to love, not just the ones who share our values, but the messy ones, the grumpy ones, the loud ones, the ones who've lost their way. What if we chose to believe that even those people are part of us? Would we speak more kindly? Would we listen more deeply? Would we draw fewer lines and build more tables? I believe we would. And I believe that every time you live that way, you become a thread of healing in a torn world. You become the proof that love is not dead, that family isn't just blood, and that hope is not naive. You become a lighthouse calling others home. So, as we end this week together, here's what I want you to carry with you. You are part of a vast and beautiful family. You have more in common with others than you've been led to believe. And the love you give, without needing to be repaid, is what keeps this human family from falling apart. We are not alone, and we are not divided at our core. We are not enemies. We are threads in the same tapestry. And if you ever forget that, just look for the love in someone's eyes. It's always been there, waiting to be remembered. Until next time, guys, keep breathing, keep loving, and remember, you were never alone in this. Not ever. I love you guys very, very much. And you know what I need you to do. Go out and pass that on. Later, Gators. Bye-bye.